All right, my friends, how are you today? Happy Tuesday to you. Aaron Michael Eschenberg here. Honest Dave, bringing you some honest astrology about Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2020. We've got the moon up in Capricorn, right? And around 1 p.m., 1 to 2, we're going to be feeling this all afternoon into the evening. The moon creating a trine down there to Venus, home in Taurus, right? There's the need for emotional stability, and we're willing to spend money to get to our comfort place, right? To make sure that we as individuals are stable. We're certainly seeing this. I just went grocery shopping today on Monday. Holy smokes, right? So much empty shelves, it's crazy. So there's a need right now for, how do we handle ourselves so that we're safe, we're sound, and how are we going to be gaining income, right? So you got the moon right there. Oh, this is at noon. Let me fast forward. 1 p.m. at 13 degrees. 13 degrees. Venus home in her money sign of Taurus. This is the infrastructure, the business. So it's like, what are we doing? As we're talking quarantines going on, right? Quarantines for, up to 8 weeks. How are businesses going to thrive? How are we going to make money? And this is huge. It's like Saturn can't move into Aquarius soon enough, as this is going to be a solidifying a breakthrough of technology. It's funny. Now, for just a personal side note, for a long time I've been trying to film yoga studios and yoga teachers, and everyone's afraid to get on camera. Literally, I have multiple cameras and all these lights and all these things, and it's just like people are afraid to get on camera, and it's just been like, no, it's not the right time, risk to reward, right? Now, because all the studios are shut down, guess what's happening? They're going virtual. Okay, so it's just like we're being forced to play a hand right now. So this teeter-tottering of Saturn, where do I go on the 29th degree? It's just like the future, man. We have to stay focused on the future. We have to open up to new possibilities, right? We have to open up to using technology to allow us to work through this technology for us to gain income. And Aquarius is the radical. I mean, it's not quite there yet, but I'm going to talk about it right now. It's the radical thinking, because we're almost there. We're like nudging it. It's just like the chicken's about to, break through the egg. It's a living, breathing thing. It's just on the brink of exposure, right? So it's this radical. So we have to do radical thinking, radical ideas, and it's like this playing it safe is going to be one of the worst things that we can do during this time. We have to keep ourselves safe, but it's like relying on the old wheel, right, is going to be very difficult. And especially Tuesday, Tyr, the god of war, Mars, right? Mars now moving just 1 degree away from its conjunction with Jupiter, okay? How are we acting within this government to make this time more valuable to us? How are we maneuvering, right? Mars is our planet of action. Jupiter is our planet of expansion. Okay, expansion within the third dimension, also limited here in Capricorn, limited by Saturn. And it got a nice, sandwich, Pluto. These are 3 malefic planets in the zodiac, okay? Jupiter's just this happy-go-lucky kind of thing, where it's just like more, yay, luck and fortune, and I'll be honest with you, the last time, let me see what day this is going to be exact. Is it tomorrow? It's the next day. There you go. So this is going to happen exact on Thursday, but I want to share this with you as we're going to be leading up into this aspect. Mars-Jupiter conjunction, last time that happened was January 2018. Okay, and I remember I actually had to go to the hospital. I injured myself. Either way, I remember talking to the doctor, and he says this has been like one of the craziest full moon kind of days ever, but it's not even a full moon. There is, so more, right? Says Jupiter, and Mars says charge ahead, take action. Okay, so we're going to be feeling this now through Friday. Thursday is exact, but we're going to be feeling this energy. We need to take action. We need to take action, right? We got to make sure that we're secure. We got to make sure that we're making enough money. We got to make sure that we're paying our light bill or our mortgage or our car note, whatever it may be. So we're going to put ourselves to the extreme. And Jupiter doesn't care. You know, it's just whatever you want, more, our planet of abundance. Okay? So when we're going to the extreme, you know, we have to be careful. I was actually at an astrology conference with Rick Levine at that time at a mountaintop in Brighton Bush. Anyway, so we have to be careful during these times as action and expansion are favorable, and there can also be disastrous. Okay, now everything works out to its proper benefit. Everything works out exactly how it's supposed to. So I don't want to scare anybody about this connection. But it's just something that like we need to be mindful of, and especially in the sign of Capricorn where it's dealing with karma. You know, it's dealing with like that brick wall energy and being limited. You know, it's just like we're going to want to push a little harder to break through. And, you know, it's just like the path of least resistance, you know, and that's where we're teetering into the age of Aquarius, the Saturn Aquarius, the path of least resistance. You know, can we get to A to B using technology faster? Is there another way than this brute force of charging through? Yeah, right. Now, let me call the chart for a quick second. Still have Chiron squaring the nodes, okay? And we still have the North Node septile to Venus. So this is, again, showing us this staying safe, staying home, staying, you know, my comfort zone where I want to be. Okay, Chiron here, how do I heal? How to self-heal? South Node in Capricorn, you know, letting go of business, letting go of these ideas. And again, that also creating a trine to Uranus. Okay, this is a very interesting time in the sextile you see here between the North Node and Uranus. Okay, it's like if we break out of our comfort zone, great things can happen. If we let go of the thought of, you know, like 401k, yeah, or the stock market or something is going to save me in the end, or that my job actually, you know, it's just like we're replaceable. What was it? You know, 100 years ago or so, we first started making replaceable parts, right? We started, you know, Thomas Edison and some other wise people got together and said, well, instead of having a blacksmith in every town, we'll just have, you know, interchangeable screws that you know, we can have replaceable parts. So you can go to the store and buy screws and use this instead of having to have someone custom make you a screw. Now that sounds crazy, but that wasn't that long ago, right? 100 years. All right. And now we've become that. We are the replaceable things, okay? So it's just like, look, if you can't do your job, well, then somebody else wants your job. Somebody else is easy to step up there and you're easily replaced. So it's just like, again, that radical thinking, this breakthrough in how we make money, this breakthrough of how we sustain ourselves, the breakthrough of how we govern ourselves as individuals and apply ourselves out there to the world is going to be the crux of this year as we're dealing with, you know, things are really falling apart and falling together at the exact same time, exactly how they should be, right? You got to break the old wheel in order for the new wheel to be created. So happy Tuesday, my friends. As always, thank you so much. I wish you enough, and we'll see you tomorrow.